Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the best-selling author, award-winning international speaker, industry-leading salesperson, and a remarkable survivor, Christine Clifford Beckwith.
I want you all to go back in time to the year 1971 and try to imagine the dwelling in which you were living at the time that had a television set. A commercial came on the air. This commercial, the single most significant sales and marketing event of your lifetime, because it is from this commercial that can teach you or remind you 3/4 of what you need to know to market and sell donor services. I'm going to play the role of the narrator of this commercial, and one of you is going to play the other role, but don't worry, when the time comes, you'll know exactly what to say. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we are at the fabulous New York dining spot Lutece, where the diners have just finished their meal, and they're now having a cup of coffee. But what the diners don't realize is that the coffee they are drinking is Folgers crystals. I see one of the diners finishing their meal right now. Let me go over and ask him about his experience. Hi, and your name is?
Julio,
Julio. And Julio, where are you from?
New Jersey.
Julio is from New Jersey. And Julio, welcome to Lutece.
Thank you.
And Julio, I see that you have just finished your coffee.
Yes.
And how was it, Julio?
Good?
Julio, the answer is fabulous.
Oh, fabulous. Yes, fabulous.
Fabulous. Now, why would Julio from New Jersey believe that freeze-dried coffee tastes fabulous? And by the way, for those of you who don't know this already, it doesn't. But why would Julio from New Jersey believe that it does? There are 3 reasons of enormous significance as to why people will choose your services. So what is the first reason? Let's imagine that tonight, Julio and Steve and Chris Fisher and Dell and Jeffrey and I decide to go out after dinner to the most expensive restaurant in Minneapolis for coffee and dessert. So tonight we go to La Belle Vie and they bring the menus, and we soon see that we can have either the coffee or the dessert, but at these prices, unless we take out a second mortgage, we're going to have to choose. So we choose the coffee, and they bring it to us, and it tastes fabulous. Well, of course it tastes fabulous. Show of hands here. Have any of you ever experienced a bad $13 cup of coffee? Your prices and fees are not just your prices and fees. They are the communicators and conveyors as to the quality of your service. And the higher the price, the higher the perceived quality. What is the second reason why Julio believes that freeze-dried coffee tastes fabulous, even though it doesn't? Well, I think you can get a clue just by looking at Julio. He's a bon vivant, a gourmet, a lover of great things. He subscribes to Gourmet Magazine and Bon Appetit and Town and Country. And for years, Julio has only read about brand name restaurants like Lutece, and he has only dreamed about eating there one day. And here he finds himself at Lutece, and he had read that the restaurant was fabulous, and so they bring the coffee, and it tastes fabulous, even though it doesn't. Why? Because it's not the coffee that Julio is experiencing. It's what the brand has convinced him he will experience. Brands change people's perceptions about you. Brands attract people, but they do even more than that. They change your experience, and they allow people to become long-term customers. And for the power of the story of brand, we need to look no further than Extra Strength Rogaine.